Why should we have so many religions? And the Mahatma's answer was very acute. He said, all religions are true, but by the fact that they are created by human beings, they are imperfect. So, I think we must start thinking. There are two ways of looking at religions. One, of course, is that you think that the religions are sacrosanct, that they cannot be touched, which is not true about their history. It is not true about Hinduism, it is not true about Islam, it's not true about Christianity. The religions have their own dynamics. They keep on growing and accommodating new ideas, new concepts, etc. There is no frozen movement in the religious history. 3, the other idea could be that since all religions have to give each other something, rather than sort of keep on working on a premise that one is better than the other, one is higher than the other, one is more liberal than the other, etc. So there are three, these are the 3 points. A few friends have found, made personal attacks on me, fine, saying that, for instance, that, you see, my reputation as a writer has nothing to do with my position in government. You enjoy writerly word, or the word of literature, is a very cruel word. It is not moved by your connections, your power, your political connections, etc., etc. In fact, during the period when I was associated with Mr. Arjun Singh, I was a civil servant, so but what I did as civil servant has to be taken into account. I created the most important cultural institution in post-independent India, called Bharat Bhavan in Bhopal, which had the largest collection of art and which gave new dignity to the folk and tribal arts vis-a-vis the urban arts, and tried to forge in a new concept of contemporary, that in India, it's not merely the urban artists who are the so-called contemporary artists or modern artists. Even the artists who are working in jungles or in rural areas, called craftsmen and all, are equally artists. Now this is a concept which was given, and this is going back to the Indian tradition, to the pre-colonial Indian tradition. The gentleman who mentioned the fact that, yes, there should be other viewpoint. Yes. Nobody is saying the other viewpoint should not be there. If there are other versions of history, surely they have a right to come up. We have not said that the other versions should not come up. Who is going to decide? If we decide in an open public debate, the state by the state. Not that the state is doing it at the moment, but just to sort of state certain position. The intellectual debate will take place in the intellectual fora, wherever they are. The universities, the colleges, the academic institutions, etc. Nobody is saying that this should be replaced by a decision by any state. Not that the state governments have not attempted this. And state governments of various political parties, not merely one party which is in power at the moment. It has been done by, after all, Salman Rushdie's book was banned by a Congress government. So it's not as if this is the nature of politics as it is developing itself is, at the moment, Kulburgi has been killed in Karnataka, which has a Congress government. And this incident took place in Dadri is in Uttar Pradesh, which is a Socialist Party government. So it is not as if it is only one particular party. Any party which comes to power in India now tends to think that it is the state which should command your loyalty. We are not saying you have been elected by the people. It is the people who are going to decide whether to continue with you, to give you another chance or not give that chance. It is not for us to decide. As for the awards that where one gentleman said we have taken all the advantages, they seem to exaggerate the importance of awards. I don't think that the awards are so important that they decide their reputation. Ultimately, what you stand or fall is by the quality of your writing. If you don't have that quality, there are many writers in the world, from Tolstoy down to Kafka, to Rilke, to W. Herbert, to Yves Bonfoy, to Adonis. These are all great writers who have been denied the Nobel Prize. But that does not cut into their stature as writers, because they continue to matter. People continue to read them and think that. Yes,